India versus Australia. Massive summer coming up. Hosted in Australia. I'm looking forward to this. 4 tests, 3 ODIs, 3 T20s. How is it going to go? Firstly, I'm going to talk about the test matches. So, last time they versed in tests, Australia lost to India 2-1. But how will Australia go against India when they have David Warner and Steve Smith? They didn't get really any hundreds in that series, Australia, but Cheteshwar Pujara was in perfect form against Australia. That'll be interesting, and just because you've dotted it up doesn't mean that he's not going to score a double hundred or something like that. So that's what's exciting. Virat Kohli as well. Steve Smith, David Warner may actually balance it out. My prediction is it's going to be 2-2. I don't think there's going to be a winner in the test. I think the ODIs, Australia might win 2-1 because they have the home ground advantage. Same with the T20s. I think India will do better after being in the IPL. Though David Warner and Steve Smith have been in the IPL and their form is fantastic, there has been a couple of screw-ups. There is a few things about it. They're not the most consistent players. They will score hundreds or 50s 2 games, and then 1 game they'll get out cheaply, and then they'll do the same thing for 2 games or 3 games. They're great players, but they're not the same style as Ricky Ponting, you'd say. I'm a massive fan of Warner and Smith. And what about Labuschagne? He has just built up his cricket. Is it just a 2 or 3 year peak in form, or is it one of the greatest batsmen of all time? We'll find that out as time progresses. Anyway, India, looking forward to having them over on a tour. I understand that Aaron Finch struggled against Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and also Jasprit Bumrah and Injit Sharma. That will probably improve for Australia if they don't pick Finch. Harris might actually open the batting, or possibly Pucovski with Warner, because they've scored double hundreds in the Sheffield Shield. Will that do anything? Is Burns in trouble? He did bat very well against Sri Lanka a couple of years ago, but I'm not sure about Burns. And also, what about Tim Payne? His form is not the greatest. Will Matthew Wade become the solo wicketkeeper, opening up a space for Cameron Green, which I made a video on, who's so underrated in terms of overseas looking at him. Australians have realised that he's such a legend, but I think he's really going to do well if he plays in the Test series. Let's see what happens. Back to live coverage.